これ、毒です。
The Apothecary Diaries, or as I like to call it, the Apricot series. This is a very interesting anime. One of the ones that I wasn't expecting to be a like huge hit per se with me, nor was I expecting it to be like what it ended up being. Welcome to First Impressions, where I tell you the first impressions of a show, manga, anime, or whatever the thing I may end up talking about. Because let's be honest, sometimes you just drop things. But instead of like suffering through the show, I give you my first impressions. So that's what we're doing. So far, I am 2 episodes deep into the Apricot series, or however you call this thing. Now, based upon the trailer, which I gotta say did not necessarily, it gives a very interesting impression that this is going to be like another Susume type of thing, like another like spiritual way where you are transported into a magical world full of like mysteries and whatnot. Like clearly the production value, it's impressive. And speaking of Susume, that's the name of our protagonist. No, wait, actually no, I'm wrong. I don't remember her name. Susume is the one from Dinosaur Sanctuary, which I just started reading, and that's why it's fresh in my mind. Anyways, here we have this little freckle girl as the main protagonist, and she is the apothecary of this place. We have other without going too much into spoilers, obviously. This is set in China, which is interesting. This story takes place in China, and they do have very interesting mannerisms, not necessarily common on the ones that you see in Japan. The way they bow, the way they serve tea, the way they address themselves is very interesting. So you get to learn a little bit of the Chinese culture here. Now, I guess the main question is, do I like it? Will I continue watching it? And the answer is a outstanding yes. Even though this series portrayed itself as this possible magical adventure with this type of eerie sense to it, it's not. This is a very light-hearted anime so far. Very funny. It does touch on certain topics like poison and death, but our main character is insanely charming. I cannot get enough of this girl. She is incredibly charming. She just oozes charisma, which I find one of the best elements of this series. Her, like, yes, we have other characters that also enhance the story, but ultimately she is the driving force of the series, and she is here as a very down to earth character that is like, yep, I am me, I do my thing, I like what I like, and you cannot just like help but to fall in love with her. She's a fantastic character, and I really appreciate how she's written because she's clearly flawed, and that's part of the charm. But also, she's kind of the only one that sticks out in a natural way. We don't have like the Yugi Moto effect where clearly she is the main character because of the way she looks. Because every other character looks kind of like her in a way. She has distinct features, but not so many. Like we see her here wearing the color green, but other characters wear other colors too. So I found the fact that she was blending into this world as as naturally as every other character, but clearly her personality is the one that shines. Now, It's comedic, but it's not a comedy. It's lighthearted, but it's not a slice of life, and it does have a hint of mystery. Um, and we have her trying to like wanting to be involved but not wanting to be involved with this mystery. So I'm honestly enjoying this series a lot, the Apricot series, or Apothecary series. I'm very very happy with what we have. The intro is a banger. The production value of this anime is it's great. It has clearly a lot of colors. It's very vibrant, very rich. The type of looming story seems to be something way bigger than we initially think, but still gives this like down to earth self awareness. It's great. And based on the first two episodes, I'm 100% going to continue watching. Now, if you have watched it, please let me know what you think of it, if you like it or if you don't. So far, this is my first impression on the Apothecary Diaries, or the Apricot series, however you want to call it. And that's it. Let me know in the comments down below if you've seen it or if you plan to see it. Until then, peace.